The universe is always sending you signals. There's always these quiet whispers. But most of our minds are so fucked up that we don't hear any of these whispers. We actually can't even process them. They just fade into the background immediately. They're never in our conscious experience. And this is because our minds are just too crowded. There's so much stuff going on. We're scrolling through content. We're hardly ever connecting with nature, grounding ourselves. We're just all over the place mentally. And so, of course, the universe is not going to be so apparent. The intelligence of the universe isn't going to be so apparent because it's a more subtle form of intelligence. It's a more subtle form of a guiding presence. And so if we want to hear the universe, if we want to actually be guided by something that is much more vast, much more intelligent than our minds, we need to channel our minds. We need to calm our minds down so we can hear these frequencies or these omens, in a sense. Before we get into this, if you've clicked on this video, you probably do think that the universe is intelligent. But I'm just going to rehash it for some non-believers or skeptics out there, because I'm sure some skeptics will be watching this video as well. First of all, the universe is most definitely fucking intelligent. Like, it's I know that's not a very compelling argument, but it's like you gotta step out of your mind and you gotta be like, holy shit, okay, my mind is so limited. I'm not making the clouds move. I'm not making it rain with my mind. I don't control other people. I don't control the insects, nature, the atmosphere, the fucking sun. Like, you don't control any of these things with your mind. And all of it's going on in the background. And you might have like a materialistic paradigm. Oh, that's not intelligence. That's just the things like materialistic particles and stuff moving around. But that's just like, it's a weird cop-out answer. That doesn't even make sense. Like, it's an intelligent design. There's something, how do I say it? Like, things are happening that are mind-blowingly complex. And that can be like my vague definition of intelligence for this video. But it's just mind-blowingly complex. You're not controlling these things, yet they influence your life. And so when you meet someone, they had to have taken all of the steps that they've taken to be in that position right there in that moment for you to meet them. And that meeting could change your entire life, the trajectory of your life. It could be your partner, it could be your closest friend. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. And that's the key point. You don't know what's going to happen. Your mind is just way too limited to know how all of this shit fits together to solve all of these problems. Like, there's no way you would be able to do it on your own with your intelligence. That's what the universal intelligence is. It's everything coming together in one unified way to basically kind of puppeteer your life. Your life is going down these kind of streams that the universe has laid out for you. And the streams are just intersecting in ways you cannot fathom. And so the universe is most definitely intelligent. And so, how do we, as limited minds, tap into this intelligence and kind of live a life that's a bit less effortful? Because holy shit, like, trying to figure all of this stuff out with your mind, with your limited intelligence, is so fucking difficult. And so how do we step out? How do we tap into that kind of source code, that source level intelligence? And the way we do it is we jump out of our minds. We can't rely purely on our minds. And we do, by default, have access to that greater intelligence because, spoiler alert, that is us. We are that greater intelligence. And so we've just identified with a lower form of intelligence, which is the mind. It's just limited in its abilities. And so once you kind of quieten the mind and you inquire into the nature of yourself, but most importantly, just quiet down the mind more and more, you'll see it's kind of like a transparent film that covers this intelligence, this greater intelligence that's always telling you what to do, where to go. Like it always, the intelligence always knows what's best, what's the highest love. It always operates in that way, which is, again, another mind-blowing thing. And we've just like mistaken the mind to be the end-all be-all. So when we step out of that, we realize, okay, shit, yeah, there's some shit that I can't even comprehend going on here. Like my mind can't make sense of it, but it feels intuitively correct, like an intuitively correct decision. It's much like when you're dancing and you're not in your head. You're not thinking about anything. You're just moving your body. You don't know how you're moving it. You can't comprehend. You don't think about every single little micro movement. I'm going to move my arm here. I'm going to move it there. I'm going to do a wave. You don't think of all these things. You literally just dance however you're going to dance. And it's intelligent, but the intelligence isn't yours. It's contained in your body. It's contained in your environment. And so calm your mind and attune yourself to that greater intelligence. And you do this by you stop listening to the thoughts and this kind of incessant need to solve every problem, just you against the world. That story that you're telling yourself is what's making your mind all rowdy. You're buying into that story, and that's what's stopping you and disconnecting you from just this greater intelligence. And then it's also your environment. Like, we live in a pretty fucked up society where there's so much overstimulation. Like, if you ever go on a retreat or you go into nature, you realize, holy fuck, this is super different than what I was like experiencing before. Like, this is, and if you come back to the city, so if you go to like a long nature retreat and then you come back to the city, you're just going to be like, holy shit, like there's a lot going on. But then your brain like gradually adjusts to it and you kind of lose that softness of your mind. You can also maintain it, but that takes a bit more effort. And so if you can, in all of the different ways in your life, just soften your life a bit, stimulate your mind less, connect with nature more, don't doom scroll. Like, just don't doom scroll. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Don't do it. And then like also eat clean, exercise. These things all soften your mind. It allows you to just calm down. And then you can hear and see and intuitively feel what direction you should be heading in. The intelligence becomes more and more obvious. So if you haven't experienced it right now and you're still watching, I mean, that's a really good sign, because it just shows that like you're curious, you're invested. And so you're eventually going to tap into that more and more. There's no doubt. If you've watched this far, there's no doubt you're going to tap into it more and more. And so that's basically the gist of it. Meditate, calm your mind, chill, and then just listen. Don't try to solve anything. Don't listen to your thoughts. Listen to what's real, your sensations, the sounds you're hearing, your senses. Just listen to those. And yeah, a weird, subtle form of intelligence will reveal itself. So that's everything for this video. If you need help with life from kind of this spiritual, holistic perspective, check out my link down below. And for now, peace and love.